Tonight, on the final buzzer, the baseball team has some late inning heroics, the softball team seeks its first conference win of the year, the men's lacrosse team hosts the #1 team in the country, and Shannon Donovan of the women's lacrosse team reaches a career milestone. Hello again, everybody, and welcome inside of our old Westbury studio. I'm John Pearsos. The baseball team went into Saturday's doubleheader with Queens, having blown a 6-run lead the day before, so they're looking to get back in the win column. Let's pick this one up in the third inning. Bases are juiced, and Ryan Kuskowski sends one into orbit. That's a grand slam. The Bears lead it 5-1. On the very next pitch, Kieran Dowd goes oppo for a solo homer, and it's a 6-1 lead. Later in the inning, Nick Tedesco wants to get in on the action, and he hits a solo shot to left field. A 7-run inning is the difference as the Bears take Game 1 of the doubleheader 13-5. On to Game 2. Keep in mind, this is just a 7-inning game. The Bears are down by 1 in the bottom of the 7th, and Matt Malone comes up clutch. He drives in the tying run from second with a single to right field. So we go into extras. Bottom of the 8th, winning run is on third, and Matt DeAngelis smokes a liner off the left field fence. The Bears come from behind to sweep the doubleheader. Fast forward to Tuesday, Tech back at it with a non-conference game against East Stroudsburg, and we're tied at 2 in the 9th inning. Remember Matt DeAngelis? Well, here he is again, with an infield single to lead off the 9th inning. And now things start to get a little wild, literally, as that ball gets away from the catcher and DeAngelis is able to move up to second. On the very next pitch, we have another wild pitch. DeAngelis moves up to third. Later in the inning, a chance to win it for Ben McNeil, and are you kidding me? Another wild pitch. DeAngelis scores the winning run from third. 1 pass ball and 2 wild pitches in the inning, as the Bears win a crazy one for their 4th straight victory. And we are now joined by the man himself, Matt DeAngelis, fresh off of his walk-off winners. Matt, thanks for coming on. How are you?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me.
So first thing I got to ask you, the win against Queens, you came up with the winning run on base. What was going through your mind? What was your approach at the plate in that at-bat?
Well, obviously I knew it was a critical at-bat, and after the first pitch, I got ahead. I think it was a ball in the dirt. So I got ahead 1-0, and I knew a good pitch was coming because the pitcher usually, they try and get ahead and not stay behind. So I just got ready, and, luckily I put a good swing on it.
Now, the game against East Stroudsburg, you led off the inning with an infield single. Wild pitch puts you on second. Wild pitch puts you on third. Wild pitch scores you later in the inning. Yeah. I mean, have you ever seen a game like that before?
No, honestly, not like 3 in a row like that, but, if that's how they're going to, play it, we'll take it, and we won, so I'm happy about it.
Now, you guys are rolling right now, 17-5 overall. What has been right with the team this year?
Just the energy. The energy is great with our team. Guys are pulling for each other, whether they're playing or not. So I think that sort of selflessness of everyone and just sort of the hunger to win and competitiveness that is sort of around the program right now is it's working.
Do you ever get tired of being mobbed by your teammates?
No, that's definitely the best feeling in the world after you get that hit. And I didn't even get to second base before I had, I think it was Nick Lombardi hugging me and tackling me to the ground. So it was definitely super fun.
Great stuff, Matt. Thanks for coming in. Good luck rest of the season.
Thank you, John.
And now on to softball. The Bears opened up conference play 0-4, but they would look to right the ship against Mercy with a doubleheader on Tuesday. Voted for Samantha Melendez. She goes yard to left field, her 2nd homer of the year, to give the Bears a 6-1 lead. Carissa Delavecchio would do the rest in the circle. She went the full 7 innings and only allowed 1 run while striking out 7. Second game of the doubleheader, 1-run game in the 6th, but Brooke Scherer changed that with 1 swing of the bat. Her 2nd long ball of the season, and the Bears take a 3-1 lead. Later in the inning, Ruth Rodriguez pinch hitting, and she delivers in the clutch. Gives the Bears some insurance with a 2 RBI single, and Tech would sweep the doubleheader over the Mercy Mavericks to to pick up their first 2 conference wins of the year. Men's lacrosse, hosting the number 1 team in the country, the Adelphi Panthers. Tech would get off to a strong start in this one. Jason Sullivan puts the Bears up 6-2 in the second quarter. Final seconds of the first half, and Michael Asmundsen ties the game at 7 with less than a second to go, and that would be a momentum changer. In the third quarter, John Archidiakono scores for the Panthers. He would finish with a hat trick. It's a 3-goal lead for the Panthers. And now in the fourth, Bears trying to fight back, but the Panthers would be too much to handle. The Bears drop their 5th in a row and fall to 2-9 on the season. And for women's lacrosse, Shannon Donovan picked up her 100th career goal. She's just the 3rd player in school history to reach that plateau. Donovan would go on to have another big game, finding the back of the net 5 times. She now has a team-high 34 goals on the season as the Bears cruise to a 16-4 win over Jefferson. That'll do it for this week's episode of The Final Buzzer. I'll see you next week with more highlights. I'm John Piersos. Have a good night, everybody.